Ganondorf's up tilt in Brawl is a really bad move. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. Hello, I'm Grandpa Ray. I'm the old man who keeps appearing in these videos. The YouTuber couldn't make it today, so he has left me with a script about Ganondorf's up tilt.
I'm here too.
Ganondorf lifts his leg, poses for a while and then he slams his foot on the ground, creating an explosion. The move is officially called the volcano kick because he charges and then creates a powerful eruption, I guess. The move is extremely powerful, dealing 27% and very high horizontal knockback. The move KOs Mario at just over 45% from the middle of Final Destination without DI and at just over 60% with DI, which is super early. However, the move has large sour spots which only deal 19% and 17%. These hitboxes launch the opponent vertically and they have much weaker knockback. The 19% hitbox KOs Mario at 78% on Final Destination while the bigger 17% hitbox does not KO him until 90%. That is not as impressive to say the least, but to be fair, these sour spots are chonksters to say the least. The move has large wind boxes during its startup when Ganondorf is shaking like a The wind boxes can pull the opponent towards you or they can push the opponent away if they are too close. These wind boxes can make the move easier to land and more awkward to punish, in addition to leading to other potential shenanigans. You might be thinking these traits sound pretty good, the move can't be that bad. Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking. How did he know that I was going to think that exact thing? Anyway, this move has one humongous problem. One problem so massive and obvious that I probably don't need to tell you what it is. But I will anyway. The move is extremely slow. The move comes out on frame 81, or 1.35 seconds. That is unbelievably slow, being one of the absolute slowest moves in the game. This naturally makes the move next to impossible to land. I myself am extremely old with super slow reactions and zero video game experience, and even I could react to a Ganondorf throwing this out. The opponent can very easily either interrupt Ganondorf while he is setting up the move or they can dodge the move and whiff punish. The opponent has all the time in the world to avoid this attack, so they can easily retaliate with an extremely powerful punish of their own. The move is simply an enormous liability as the move is extremely difficult to land and extremely easy to punish. Using this move basically gives your opponent a free opportunity to hit you. But how is the move against shields? Again, he somehow knew I was going to ask that. Well, the move does do a lot of damage against shields, which is nice. However, the move doesn't actually instantly break shields in this game.
Yes.
The move only drains around 3/4 of your shield, which is obviously not amazing. The move is -25 on shield, and while it has enormous pushback which can make it impossible to punish, some characters can still punish the move on shield. This is also not to mention the fact that opponents can power shield the move where they take no shield damage, virtually no shield pushback, and they can perform all of their ground punishes instantly. But even with the move's massive downsides, it is still super strong, so surely it can be used as a massive punish in specific scenarios.
How does he do that?
Well, there is a problem with using up tilt as a punish too. You see, Ganondorf has another move called Warlock Punch, which is both faster and stronger than up tilt. Ganondorf can also use Warlock Punch in the air and he can reverse it, which makes the move even stronger as well as giving him some air control if he uses it in the air. Reverse Warlock Punch is still faster than up tilt, by the way. This script makes the move sound awful, but it looks so epic. Surely, it must have some uses.
I've got some good news for you. Ganondorf's up tilt does have its uses. The move is capable of hitting opponents hanging on the ledge, which Warlock Punch cannot do. This makes the move a scary edge guarding option as it can catch opponents trying to recover and it can be totally devastating. Sure, the move is obviously extremely difficult to land, especially since there is no two-framing in Brawl and opponents can jump off the ledge and keep their intangibility while being actionable. But this is still an explosive option Ganondorf has where he can use the move with less risk and the opponent cannot avoid it as easily. The move also deals a ton of shield damage. It of course doesn't break full shields, but if the opponent's shield is drained enough, it can potentially lead to a broken shield, which is an absolute dream scenario for Ganondorf for obvious reasons. Lastly, while this isn't relevant to competitive matches, up tilt can do this.
Not into the pit!
Oh my god, I finally get it. I take back everything I said about this move. Mr. YouTuber is completely wrong about this move. This is the best move in the entire game and it is not even close.
You can't be serious, Ray. You just read a script about why this move is really bad and you changed your mind because of a thing it can do with an item you can't even use in competitive play.
Not quite. I always knew that this move was good, and while I did doubt it for a moment reading the script, seeing this absolute divine beauty confirmed to me that this is a better move than Meta Knight's entire kit.
Well, let me remind you exactly why this move is one of the worst in the game. Don't you dare cut this out again like you did last.
Overall, Ganondorf's up tilt is incredible. While it is one of the slowest moves in the game, which would make it seem bad, don't let any idiots try to convince you that it is bad. This move is extremely strong, it looks extremely cool, and landing it is the most satisfying thing in the world. And if all of that wasn't good enough, you can slide on a rolling crate to quickly approach an opponent and hit them with this explosive move laglessly. I mean, this is literally a perfect attack. Mr. Sakurai was cooking unbelievably hard when he made this move, and many people just can't see it because they are too bad at the game, being unable to land this move. It's a skill issue on their end, but I can appreciate the genius behind this move.
Thanks for watching. Guys, so smash the dislike button, comment, and subscribe. Ganondorf is of course perfect.